With the current wave of COVID-19 hitting America, it is more important than ever to stay home and be safe. But just because you are forced to stay home doesn't mean you're not allowed to be entertained. In fact, the newest generation of gaming consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series One X, have recently been released into the public only a week ago, and they both have the entire internet stirred up for better or worse. Now, many consumers are a little confused about the higher price tags and what these consoles actually do. All that and more will be answered in the upcoming interview. However, it also should be mentioned that these things are indeed a big deal when they are released. Again, new gaming consoles are usually only released every so 5-ish years, and they are definitely revolutionary in what they usually mean for the gaming industry coming forward, especially now that the gaming industry is far, far higher and more mainstream than it has ever been in the past. But now, let's head on to the interview where we will answer all that and more about how these consoles will shape the future of gaming. All right, so now we have Scotty Brito once again with us for this story's interview. Let's say hello, Scott.
Hi.
And we're going to be going over the current opinions that are floating about and other news that relate to the new generations of video game consoles. So first and foremost, I do want to state out to the general public that you're like a general like you have you even owned a PS or Xbox product in the past?
Xbox 360. I played on a PS4 though,
You have? Okay.
like multiple times,
Mm-hmm. All right.
and an Xbox One. So I don't know. I feel like I have a idea
Yeah,
what
you
each has
feel.
to offer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So now the first few things that I want to ask you about. Number one is that do you think COVID has impacted the marketing of both of these consoles?
You think like the marketing or
Yes,
like the production? Just the marketing?
just the marketing so far. We'll hit production in a bit.
I don't think. Well, I guess in a sense because I think the marketing, like the campaigns and them promoting, like each company promoting their consoles, is still strong. And I mean, obviously, we all know that the Series X and the PS5 are like coming out or are out now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also think that the fact that like COVID has happened, like there's far less video games being designed, at least like at the rate they used to be. So like I've been seeing a lot of the ads for like each console, but without any actual games to like back it up, other than I mean the big flagships
Mm-hmm.
that everybody's like waiting for.
Fair point,
But like
honestly. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like I don't think the campaign for the console has been really hurt, but definitely like the campaign for the content has been hurt.
Yeah, speaking of that content, are you aware that these are some of the most expensive consoles released like in gaming history for the most part? Like these things are really expensive.
Are they started like 500, right?
500 something. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Do you think they're
Yeah,
worth their
and like
price
the
tag right
last
now?
the last gen, like the Xbox One was like 400 or something starting out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $100 more. You think they're worth their price tag right now?
Well, for like their specs and from what I've seen of them, they're definitely powerful machines. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think like no matter the price, people are gonna buy them either way. I think it is worth it if I mean if you really do use it, if you do play a lot of games, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean there are people who really like use their Xbox, and that's it's completely worth it to that person. But for somebody like me, who's like I don't know, I'm not like sitting on the game all the time, and I wouldn't spend $500 on a game console because that's all it can do.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know.
I was about
I
to
mean,
bring.
it's a powerful machine and it's got good stuff on it, but it's kind of like one sided.
Exactly, because I was about to bring up the other fact of the matter is that the comparison between consoles and the ever more present PC, like the gap between those two things has become less and less over the years to the point where do you think it's even worth it for most people to bother to buy those consoles instead of getting a high spec PC?
Well, I think it's definitely a different market. I myself would prefer a PC, not necessarily. I mean, obviously for the performance and for like the versatility, but because I mean, not only can you play games, you can like browse the internet, you can use it as a workstation, you can use it for school and COVID. Whereas like an Xbox or a PlayStation, I mean, sure, it's a fantastic gaming machine and it's going to run any game beautifully, but that's all you can do with it. It's not like you're going to be able to like do your schoolwork on an Xbox or that kind of thing.
Exactly. Now, another thing that I feel like is pretty big here is that I feel like a lot of people are saying that. So there we go. That is a fair opinions about the new generation of consoles that are coming out currently right now. If you are interested about seeing any of these consoles and wish to stay updated on the new games that are released, there are multiple different places that you can do this, such as the official channels for these game consoles on YouTube, and the trailers will spread about if you know how to look in the right places on other social media websites. So thank you again for your time, Scott, and I will see the
Yep.
rest of y'all later.
Bye bye.